Welcome to Pursuit Bow Hunting. Today is April 6th, and I'm back out on the piece that I shed hunt in February, and I'm going to be getting 2 spots ready for this upcoming deer season, so stay tuned. I got the first spot set up, and I'll go over a little more detail of the spot and why I set it. So last year I hunted in a tree probably about 10 yards behind me, and every time I sat there, all the deer, which I'll pan around here in a minute, show you, all the deer were hitting the creek, going to my mock scrape, and then working away from where I was at. And between me and the creek was a bunch of thick brush that I had no shot on. Second reason is, for 2 years in a row, the target deer that I was in here for took the same trail both times. And first time he took it, I didn't have a shot on him on the original setup. Second time, which was last year, I had moved, got down and done a ground setup at the base of the tree that I'm now got a platform in, and he busted me while I was trying to get my camera gear set up and trying to get drawn back on him. So what I have here is right over here is the creek where they cross. Bedding area over here, cross here, and then they were working around, and right down there is where I had a mock scrape at. They would hit that mock scrape, and then they would filter on deeper into the woods. And the target buck that I was after, where is a very faint trail that was popped, that would come out right where that cedar tree is. So basically, I had his faint trail that he's used the last 2 years. I have the mock scrape that became a regular scrape, and then I have the creek crossing right here coming out of the bedding area. So I have 3 different features that are funneling all the deer right to this location. All right, this spot is officially done. I've got this shooting lane cleared out. I cleared out another shooting lane over here. So like I said, I'm gonna let this obviously lie until about end of October, and then come back in here. What I am gonna do, we have turkey season starting here in 2 weeks from tomorrow. And right back here is this nice big green open area that in the past I've had during fall. I've had some nice toms come through. It definitely is a strutting area. So I'm gonna go put a camera right on that tree right here and just see if I get any turkeys. I haven't had any luck on this piece of property in the last couple years. I've killed 2 nice birds on this property, but the last 2 years I really haven't seen anything other than a bunch of hens, which, like deer, if you got the females, you're gonna have the males. So I'm gonna put a camera on there, let it soak for 2 weeks. I may just end up leaving it because this is a nice area just to get the growth of the antlers all throughout the summer. All right, we found our first shed today, and it is just a little 4-point. Go ahead, buddy. It's right under this bush right here, and it's definitely been here a while, but we were coming out of the thick stuff, and I just happened to stop, take a break. And it's been here probably a year or so, but we'll take it. Little four side, it's been chewed up. So what I just came out of is a ton of thick, nasty cover, and I've never actually gone back there and scouted it. But I've had trail cameras, and I have a stand not too far from here, and I've always got deer going in and out of there. And I didn't really see anything that stuck out, but it's so thick and nasty back there that it's hard to tell, and it's not something I'm going to hunt. It's something I'll leave alone, let them bed, feel comfortable in. But yeah, on the board with one so far. So if you watched my video back in February, you know that during my scouting and shed hunting, I found a buck bed that I'm pretty sure the target buck that I'm after is using. And one thing that I found is every time that I hunted a spot in this block of timber I'm in now, I would never see that buck, but I was always getting him on camera during daylight. So what I ended up discovering is he was watching my entry and exit route. So every time I was coming in and leaving, he knew when I was there, and that's why I wasn't seeing him. So what I've done is I have taken that set down, moved to the south side of where I was set up at, and now I have a perfect setup for his entry and exit out of his stand, or I'm sorry, out of his bed. I'm going to be hunting this on just an off wind. I believe the way he's got it set up, the wind to his back, looking at that creek, so the wind to his back would be the north. So right behind me is north, and about 75 to 80 yards away is where his bed is at. So what I need is either a north or a northwest wind, and I will have him coming in and out, and he will never know, because my entry and exit route is completely different than what it was last season, the seasons before. So if this works out right, I should be able to slip in here and be able to catch him entering and exiting his bed, either for a morning set or a night set, and I will have him just off wind. And if you are new to this and you're not sure how I'm able to find out that it's a buck bed, two of the biggest signs is, one, you'll find a faint trail that's coming in and out of there, and two, you will find rubs leading in and coming out of that bed. And then I guess there is three, and if you do find what you think is a bed, obviously if you've got deer hair in it. So yeah, this spot is set up now. This is going to be just for one specific buck, although there are tons of trails in here, and I tried to find where the trails intersect. So like I said, right here, all thick, and about 75 yards back over this way, looking at the creek, which I can see from where I'm at, looking at the creek, is where he is set up at. So I'll come back in probably in summer, because I don't have everything. I got to get a bow hook set up, but I've got the main set done. All right, I got that second camera set up for turkeys. This is another area, just a big, another grass open area that I've known for them to come and strut, and they like to roost in these trees that are all the way back here along the railroad track. So I'll let that one sit. This is another one that I may just let sit all summer into fall, because the deer constantly, doesn't matter what time of year it is, they're constantly moving between the blocks of timber. So that's going to be it for this video. Got both those stands set up for this upcoming season. Got the cameras deployed for turkeys and beyond. And yeah, so if you could please like and subscribe, and also go over to TikTok at Pursuit Bowhunting and give me a follow, and I'll see you on the next one.